Hi everyone, welcome back to PeakYou channel. In today's video, we will discuss about how to truly understand ourselves. Have any of you wondered about your true value, your true worth? Many of us are wandering the earth, accomplished in many ways, capable of fulfillment at many points, but with a fundamental wound that stops us from becoming who we truly might be. We don't quite know who we are. We're mostly unsure around two things in particular. Firstly, we don't have a stable sense of what we're worth. And secondly, we don't have a secure hold on our own values or judgments. We tend to have particular trouble coping with either denigration or adulation because we don't know who we are. If you let people decide that we are worthless or bad, there will be nothing inside us to prevent us from swallowing their verdicts in their entirety. However wrong-headed, extreme, or unkind these might be, will be helpless before the court of public opinion. You will always find yourself asking other people's opinion what we deserve before asking your own self, before seeking inside for a true answer. Lacking an independent and confident, we also stand to crave for external praise. The audience's applause, their recognition will matter to us far more than would ever be wise. And you will blindly pursue whatever idea or participate in whatever activity the crowd happens to love. We'll laugh at jokes that aren't funny and accept the undeserving concepts that are in vogue and neglect our truer talents for easy popular wins. We will trail public opinion slavishly, constantly checking the world's whims rather than improving ourselves, dig into our abilities, expand our knowledge in order to know what we actually want, feel, and value. We should be the first one to be kind on ourselves, before anybody else, so that people can follow after and know how to respect you. No one is born with an independent ability to know who they are, so it is fine if you haven't yet found out. We are taking small steps in knowing and embracing ourselves. We learn to have an identity because if we're blessed in our early years, someone else takes the trouble to study us with immense fairness, attention, and kindness, and then place us back to us in a way that makes sense and that we can later emulate. They give us the beginning of a true portrait of our identity, which we can then take on and enrich over the years and use as a defense against the distorting verdicts from hurried or ill-intentioned others. Knowing who you are is really the legacy of having been known properly by somebody else at the start. This early identity building tends to unfold with apparently innocuous but life-saving small steps. A good parent offers generous interpretations. They are on the side of the child and are always ready to put the best possible gloss on moments of ill temper or a failure, which forms the basis upon which resilient self-esteem can then later emerge. Now, that's the ideal, but it can of course go very wrong, and often does. A parent may offer mirroring that is out of sync with the reality of the child. "Look who's such a happy little boy or girl," the parents might insist, when actually the opposite is clearly the case, thereby badly scrambling the child's ability to connect with their own emotions. Or, the parent might only lend the child a very harsh, punitive way of interpreting itself, repeatedly suggesting that the child is ill-intentioned or no good, or the parent may simply not show very much interest in the child, focusing themselves elsewhere, so that the child grows up with a feeling that not only is it not worth cherishing, but also because it hasn't been adequately seen and mirrored, that it doesn't even quite exist. A feeling of unreality is the direct consequence of emotional neglect. We can recognize and fix the problem with a fair wind at any point to realize that we lack a stable identity. We need to seek out the help of a wise and kindly other person. Perhaps a good psychotherapist, someone who can study us closely, mirror us properly, and then validate what they see. Through their eyes, we can learn to study, perhaps for the first time, how we really feel and take seriously what we actually want. We can, by being witnessed generously, more often learn to take our own sides and feel increasingly solid inside, trusting ourselves more than we trust the crowd, feeling that we might be able to say no, not always swaying in the wind, and feeling that we are in possession of some of the ultimate important truths about us. Having come to know ourselves like this, we will be a little less craving for praise, a little less worried by opposition, and a lot more original in our thinking. We will have learned the vital art of both knowing and befriending who we really are. By knowing who we truly are, you will become more confident. You will know how to expand your abilities in everything you do. I hope that through this video, PeakYou has somehow motivated you to take these small steps in changing yourself, create a better version of yourself. Thank you for watching PeakYou channel. Subscribe us for more life lessons and tips on how to improve yourself. See you in our next video.